How much money can a beginner make with affiliate marketing? If you're thinking about starting affiliate marketing, but you want to know what's realistic, what you should expect to earn in your first month, maybe your first 3 months, what do beginners make, right? And how does that compare to what you've been told? Look at what people are claiming, right? Some say they've made $5,000 in their first month. Some say $10,000. Some show screenshots of massive earnings. So you assume that's normal, right? That's what beginners make. That's the realistic expectation. Maybe you start thinking about what you'll do with that money, right? How it'll change things, how it may change your life, how fast you'll hit those numbers. But then you see other people saying it takes months to make your first dollar, right? That most people make nothing at the beginning, that success takes time. So which is true? What's the real number? What should you expect as a beginner? Because if beginners are making $5,000 in their first month, you want to know how, right? If you're making $0 for months, you want to manage your expectations properly, right? You need to know what's realistic, right? So you don't set yourself up for disappointment, for disaster. Maybe the people making money fast are just lucky, right? Maybe they have skills you don't have. Maybe they had advantages you don't have. Because if beginners are making thousands of dollars immediately and you're not, then something must be wrong with you, right? You must be doing something wrong. You must not be cut out for this, right? So either you're the exception who struggles or everyone else is lying. Neither option feels good, right? So now you're questioning whether you should even try, right? Is the realistic number, if the realistic numbers don't match what you've been told, but what if the income claims you're seeing aren't showing you the full picture, right? And wanting to know realistic beginner numbers makes sense, right? You don't want false hope. You don't want to quit your job thinking you'll replace your income in 30 days, right? So asking what beginners actually make feels smart, right? Like you're managing your expectations properly, like you're being realistic, right? But here's what you're missing. Most beginner income claims skip the timeline, right? And the failures. I came into affiliate marketing with the wrong expectations completely, right? When I started, I expected to be rolling in the money within like the first 2 to 3 weeks. But when that didn't happen, I quit, right? And in all honesty, beginner affiliates can expect to earn anywhere from $0 to maybe a few $100s in their first month, right? With a big emphasis on the $0. This is normal, right? So how much can a beginner make in affiliate marketing, right? What is realistic? Pay attention to this. Number one, most beginners make $0 in their first month, right? You're building an audience. You're building trust. You're learning what content works, right? All of that takes time. Making $0 in your first month doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means you're a beginner, right? The people claiming $5,000 or $10,000 in their first month either had an existing audience, got extremely lucky, or they could also be lying, right? That is a possibility. For most people, the first month is $0 to maybe a few $100s, right? Your second month might be the same, right? You might start picking up some momentum by your third month, maybe your second month as well. That's the realistic path, right? Not $5,000 in your very first 30 days. Now, I'm not saying that's not entirely possible. Anything is possible. It's just not probable. Number two, beginner income is inconsistent, right? So you might make $200 in 1 month and then $0 the next month, right? And then $500 and then $100, right? It's not a consistent paycheck. It's commission based, right? So some months people buy, some months people don't, right? As you build your audience and improve your skills, it gets more consistent. But at the beginning, expect some volatility, right? One sale can make your whole month, right? Or you go weeks with nothing, right? That's normal beginner experience. So don't compare your first month to someone else's 12th month, right? Compare your first month to their first month, okay? Number three, your first year income depends on consistency and expectations, right? If you expect $10,000 in your first month and make $0, you'll quit just like I did, right? If you expect $0 to $500 in your first month and make $100, you'll keep going, right? The people who make good money in their first year aren't the ones with unrealistic expectations, right? They're the ones who stay consistent despite slow starts, right? Just think about it as a marathon, right? Not a sprint. Your income in 12 months depends on whether you quit in your third month or keep going, right? Most people quit when their expectations don't match reality. The ones who make it are the ones who expect the slow start, right? And if you're worried about making $0 as a beginner, if you think making nothing means you're failing, if you're comparing yourself to income claims that seem impossible, I need you to hear this. Making $0 in your first month is normal. Making $0 in your first 3 months is normal. You're building, right? You're learning, you're establishing trust. That takes time. The people making thousands immediately are the exception, right? Not the rule. So don't quit because you're experiencing the normal beginner path, right? So how much should you expect to make as a beginner in affiliate marketing? Anywhere from $0 to a few $100s in your first month. Maybe more if you're consistent and lucky, right? Maybe nothing for like several months, right? That's realistic, right? That's honest. That's what most people experience. The goal isn't to make $10,000 in your first month, right? The goal is to make your first dollar and then build from there. Right. I created a free cheat sheet, 100 simple niches you can start today. Each niche includes the audience, their problems, and the affiliate solutions to promote. Pick a niche, start posting, right? Make your first dollar and then your first 100. Right? And then your first 500 and more. Manage your expectations. The link is in the description. Go grab it, pick your niche, and start with realistic expectations. And drop a fire emoji if you're okay with making $0 at first, because you know it's part of the process. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.